This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. It's 5:30. Do you want to take a roll call here, Joanne, to make sure you've got everybody?
Yeah, I have Alicia, John, Condino, Norma, Steve Bacall, Megan, Terry, Jeremy Kellogg, Peterling, Joe Chrisman. And yeah, I think I got everybody except callers who just signed on.
You've got everybody in here now?
Caller
Okay.
zero.
Are we all set, Joanne and Alicia?
I have a caller 03 on the line. I don't know who that is.
Paul Luck.
Paul Locke, thank you. Okay, we're set.
Okay, we're all set. Before we get to the agenda items, I'd like to just have something put in our minutes about Charlie Solar. Yesterday, we said goodbye to him. It was a great day to celebrate a great life. I mean, he was a dedicated family man, his country and his community, of which he was a big part of the village of Clayton. He was the DPW superintendent for 20 plus years. He was on the village board for 7 years. And I don't know how many years he was a crossing guard, but I remember on his 90th birthday, the kids made a big card for him and went down, and he still had that card in his house this last week. So I think that the village was really blessed to have such a person to be part of our village and community. And it's always hard when somebody passes that you don't know what to do, send flowers, whatever. Well, Charlie took care of that for us. His only request was that his last ride in town would be in the DPW pickup truck. So Terry graciously polished the truck up, and in the parade yesterday, when they left the fire station, our village DPW truck was leading it. He never gave up. He always had a positive attitude. And as recent as last fall, when the project was put out to bid, he had some concerns, and he called me, or had Bill call me up, and he had a list of places where he knew there were fuel oil tanks or gas station tanks in that area. So he gave me the list, and then I believe it was John Farmer picked him up one day, and he took him around town, and he was just wanted to be part of that project as well and have some input in it. And I think when you're 97 and still interested in a positive way, it's a great thing. And Terry, thanks for cleaning up the truck and doing your duty yesterday. It was a great day for everybody. We're all going to miss him. So he was just a huge part of the village of Clayton. Thank you.
Thank you. And it was a honor and a privilege to be able to be the guy that gave Charlie his last ride around the village. I was humbled, and it was a very emotional time. So I am very appreciative for the family.
Yeah, well, we could be really proud of our fire department as well. They just did a stellar job to put this all together, and I think it might have been a last minute thing when they got the old Cadillac out and Bill was driving it with every grandkid and great grandkid in the back, and that was a Charlie Solar moment right there.
It sure was. They did a fantastic job.
And I think the family just didn't want the day to end. I went by Charlie's house maybe 9 o'clock last night, and they were still there. So he's got a great family, so we got great hopes for some more Charlie Solars around here. Thank you. The police report we've got in our package. Michelle's not here to add anything, nor Kevin. Did anyone else have any questions? If not, we'll move on to you, Terry.
You all should have a copy of my report. I have obviously haven't been to a few meetings. I've been on vacation. trying to burn up my time. In fact, I'm off this week, but I missed you all, so I figured I'd attend the meeting tonight. So the guys are working hard. If anyone hasn't noticed, we're putting some boulders along the edge of the causeway on Gardner Street. And that will take care of all the erosion that has taken place over the last several years. And hopefully we can have that done by the end of the week, and we'll get the local traffic only signs down and get back to normal over there. So I just wanted everyone to know that's what's going on over there. And again, pure honor yesterday to be able to take Charlie around the village. It's something it'll be with me for the rest of my life. So thanks to the family for that.
Thanks, Terry. I don't, is Pam McDowell on the phone? We're having a little issue over on Washington Island with people fishing off that bridge.
Yes.
And there is a sign up, and I brought it to Kevin's attention, and they're going to try to, you probably won't make the trip when there's a kid fishing, but that bridge is quite narrow now. So it needs to be observed that these kids or anybody can't fish from that bridge, because it's certainly not safe for them to do that.
You can do all your.
I'm online. I heard you, Norma, so I'll make note of that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Norma, I have spoken with Kevin about that. I'm going to get a couple of no fishing off bridge signs made, and we'll attach them there at the bridge. There used to be signs there, they're faded, and we'll update those.
Oh, okay, I thought there was
The bridge is very narrow. There are some new signs up stating such. Hopefully this will get the ball rolling. We can get on the Bridge New York program or a grant of some sort, because we saved the bridge obviously for a few more years, and I'm sure we'll pass the next inspection in 2 years. But it's definitely something that needs to be attended to, and hopefully in the near future we can get a grant and we can get that thing replaced, and maybe even a double lane bridge, which would be nice. So something to look forward to maybe before I leave.
You're going to be here a long time.
Okay. Well, I know how things work with the DOT, that's all.
No, well, we've got everything. Bartlett and Judas gave us a great plan to submit for the bridge when we did the Ready grant. So we've got everything ready for them and show the upgrades. And I think that we'll score better because it has been red flagged at one time. They get the ones that are the worst.
And they were very appreciative of how quick we responded to it. And I know we narrowed it up a lot. And I know there's been some concerns about it, but that was the only way we could do it because there was really no concrete on the very edges. So to make that work properly, that's what we had to do. It's either that or no bridge at all. So I guess that's the sacrifice we have to make on that bridge temporarily until we can get some money to get it repaired and replaced.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yep, the guys did a fantastic job. Very proud of them. Very proud.
Okay, any questions for Terry? Well, you can go back on vacation, Terry. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Take care.
Okay, thank you. John Condino, do you want to bring us up to date on Ready and FEMA?
Yes, thank you, Norma. I know we've been kind of quiet the last month or few weeks, but some good news did come through in the last couple of weeks. We did finally get the approval from the Ready Commission to shift the funds between the 4 different projects, according to our plan. And with that permission, we were actually able to have the authority with Megan leading the charge to get the grant disbursement agreement applications in last week, which is good. Which means hopefully we get the agreements from the dormitory authority. The village has got some money. We are now in the process of kind of moving full steam ahead with the balance of the design. So I think we'll be in good shape. I think that it's no doubt at this point that these will be next year's projects, but I think we're in a good position to get them designed and bid and get that work scheduled so that it gets done. In addition to that, we also had a very informative discussion with some folks from the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services. They refer to themselves as DISHES, but anyway, they're the folks that are providing assistance and guidance on the FEMA project. And Terry and myself and Chuck had a very informative discussion with them a couple of weeks ago to give us some guidance on how best to put that whole project and report together to get FEMA's approval to move that forward. That's all being done right now. And I followed up with Terry last week, and I think we've come up with a good plan to include removal of those docks sooner than later, the floating docks, to get them out of there so Port Terry doesn't have to worry about them. And get that cost included in the whole FEMA project. So again, that's another project that I think we're hopeful we should have final approval on that in a few weeks, and we can move forward with that, get it bid and get the doggone thing repaired, get some new docks out there. So just wanted to bring the board up to date on that, kind of where we stood with everything. I think things are moving along. We should see some real progress now.
Thanks, John. Does anyone have any questions for John? If not, thank you very much, John. It's always good to get the latest.
Okay, Norma.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Thank you. Megan?
Good evening. I'd like to start out with a brief water plant update. Unfortunately, these words have to come out of my mouth again. I was hoping they were done, but we are experiencing a few minor leaks in our filter number 2. Nothing major, just a couple drips, but we were really hoping that these last fixes would have been it. But Kester was out last week, and we've all been in communication with each other, and I guess the determination is that the gasket material that we installed last time wasn't correct. So we are working on getting new gaskets that should be better suited for that application, and hopefully that will resolve this minor issue that we have right now. So I will keep you guys up to speed on that. And again, all of this is covered under the 20-year warranty that we have, and Kester's been great about it. They haven't given us any trouble at all, and we're documenting everything. So hopefully we can get it resolved pretty quickly. Other than that, the guys dropped off 7 lead and copper sampling kits throughout the village to the customers that are participating this year, and they'll be picking up those samples later this week. So that'll be 7 out of the 10 that are required. And the remaining 3 will hopefully get by the end of August, and that'll fulfill those sampling requirements for the next 3 years. So that'll be good to get done. And wastewater, everything's still been pretty quiet. Nothing too crazy going on there. The only sewer update is we have been dealing with some ongoing communication issues at our LS2 and LS1A pump station. And we've been working with Aqualogics, going back and forth, trying different things. And that's caused some additional overtime that we don't normally get, just because when you get called in for, you have to drive out there to reset things if we can't reset it online. So we're going to try raising the antenna, hopefully this week, next week. We're just waiting on the materials from Aqualogics, and hopefully that'll get that taken care of. But it's just Aqualogics is kind of baffled by it, so we're just got to keep trying things and being persistent. So hopefully we'll get that taken care of soon. Any questions for me?
I don't have anything, Megan. I'm good. How about anybody else?
No.
Everybody's all set? Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda, items 1, 2, 3, and 4. Does anyone have any questions or discussion on those? If not, could I have a motion to accept the
I'll make-
consent agenda?
I'll make the motion.
And would that be Steve?
Yes.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second. This is Nancy.
Nancy, okay. Anyone opposed? Not, all in favor of the consent agenda?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you, that's taken care of. The capital projects, item number 5. Do we have any questions on that? If not, could we have a motion to accept item 5?
I'll make the motion to accept item
Nancy?
5.
Nancy, do I have a second? Steve? Jeremy?
Yeah.
Was it
I'll second
Jeremy?
it.
Okay, Jeremy, thank you. Anyone opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Say
Aye.
okay. Motion carried. Okay, Joanne, you're up.
Okay, so I have a resolution that needs to be adopted and a roll call vote for the updated retention and disposition schedule for New York local. It was online and look at it, but it's like 511 pages, so I wasn't gonna print it out. But, they start the items that have changed, and I've also for a couple of understanding of it, but they said that we do have to pass this resolution in order to use it.
Joanne, you cut out a lot, so I couldn't hear most of what you just said. But what is, just in a short description, what is this all about?
It's for the updated schedule for the how to dispose of records. And we have to adopt.
Okay. All right, I understand that. Okay.
In order to use it. So, and I have signed myself up, registered myself for some meetings on, you know, better understanding it. So I'll just need, if anybody has any questions. A board member to motion.
Well, the bottom line is how we retain our records. When is that meeting, Joanne?
I think she's got issues.
It's August, the end of August.
Oh, okay, so you're all signed up, so you'll be able to go, and that's good. That's good.
Yes.
So we need to do vote on this, right?
Yes, I just need a board member to motion to adopt the resolution and a second, and then a roll call vote.
Okay. Would somebody present resolution 2020-13, the update of our records retention?
I'll do that, Nancy. I
Thank
present
you,
it.
Nancy, and do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Jeremy. Okay, Joanne, you can do your roll call vote.
Okay, Mayor Pepper,
Yes.
Trustee, okay.
She's absent.
Yep. Trustee Hyde,
Yes.
Trustee Kellogg,
Yes.
and Trustee Bedore.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And then the next thing is for the library, and Brett Johnson has had a pay increase, and I need the board to approve his increase to $13 an hour.
I'll make that motion to increase them to $13 an hour.
And a
I'll second it.
Second by Steve. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, Brett Johnson's good.
Okay, and then.
And I'll make,
Yes, Brooke Cardle, approved pay increase $20 an hour.
I'll make that motion to
And-
for her pay increase.
Jeremy second.
I'll second it, yes.
Thank you, Jeremy. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, motion's carried. Okay, do you have anything else, Joanne?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Nancy, do you have anything you want to share with us?
No, I don't. I think I'm all set. The library is doing okay. And they're still not open. I'm anticipating they'll be open in the next month, but they're open for, they'll bring things out to the curbside for them. That's all I have for tonight.
Anyone else
And
have
I-
anything you want to share? A week ago, we had the Lieutenant Governor here in Clayton and had a very nice meeting with her along with 10 other people that she invited to talk about tourism and how we were surviving here. She was really positive. Scott Gray was one of the attendees to the meeting, and we were both wondering if she would have any objections on how we handled the bass tournament. And they had nothing but thank yous for how we put it together and did it safely. So it just goes to show you can do some things and do them safely. So she appreciated our efforts on that. And the next week I went out to the Jefferson County meeting to thank them for all the help that they gave us to pull that off. I mean, Scott was here couple times over the weekend, and Jefferson County also picked up the bill and did all the legwork for the 427 tests that we did here. So that was a big help to this community, and I think it eased a lot of minds that they got an opportunity to have that test. So Chris Bogenschutz also went out with me to give a little spiel from the chamber to the legislators, and I think they understand the economic impact of a bass tournament, and they are willing to work with us. They're not cheap to put on, so they understand that, and they've established a really good relationship with some of the people that were here on the administration side of bass. So I think we've got a great partnership going with Jefferson County on that. So I was glad we went out to do that. And one day last week, we got the notice back from the state that the local law to dissolve the Justice Court has been filed. So now we can start putting together how that's going to happen so we can get that done. I'll get all the information I can together. And when we have our joint meeting in September with the town, I think we can put something together so we can all work on this and have it ready to do. But the key thing was to get that local law all filed, so that was good. And there was an extension by executive order to executive order 202-55 to extend the virtual meetings till September 4th. So Alicia, can you tell me what we had to post that in the paper?
No, my note to Joanne was that she just needed to update the language in her notice. The language in the notice most recently said that per the executive order that expired August 4th, now it needs to be updated to say expires September 4th.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're good with that. And does anyone else have anything they'd like to ask us? I know you're on the line, Paul, and just before the meeting, you sent out the pictures of the issues over going to Washington Island. I sent those on to Todd Townsend. He's the engineer in charge of the project.
Thank you, Norma.
Yeah, well, we had a discussion one day in the last 2 weeks about them driving equipment way too fast downtown, and I thought they had that under control, so we'll try to round them up over there on the island. It's not a safe issue. So I sent it to Todd, and he's really good to respond. I'll share with you when I get something back from him tomorrow.
Thanks. Will there be any public segment tonight?
Yes, sure, go ahead.
I understand the annual update document, which is due on July 31st, that the village asked for an extension of 30 days. I'd just like to ask what was the reason or need for that extension?
Absolutely. We weren't ready to get it done. It's done by EFPR and Tina. We've had all kinds of things that have popped up that we have worked on, and we didn't have everything in on some capital projects to complete it. So we asked for an extension.
I see.
And it's been granted.
So the plan is to file it by August 30?
That's our goal.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
This is Megan again. I was actually just looking over the agenda, and that Howland Supply invoice that was under the water projects, I passed that along to Terry because that actually is in the water system improvement project. I don't know if I ever sent that to Joanne. I think I just, when I got the invoice, I sent it to Terry for approval. But that was, I think, Joanne, you had sent me a list of all the invoices, and I just saw the ones at the top, and they were all for the water project that were approved previously. And I think that's how I responded, and then you said that there were some new ones, and they were not associated with the water project.
Okay, I'll take that off.
Okay, I just wanted to make a note of it. I forgot. Did Terry ever get back to you with the coding for that invoice, or no?
I believe he did, so I'll have to take a look at it, Megan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I did, Megan.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and just so you know, and you don't pay them, they said that the service charge that was on that invoice list that you gave me, they're not charging us that because we're a municipality, so don't pay them that extra service charge.
Okay, so it's going to be 403. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, thanks for letting me know that. And yeah, sorry about that, Terry. I got mixed up with that one. I thought for sure it was capital project. So thanks for that catch for you.
That's okay. And if I didn't code it, just give me a call tomorrow and I'll take care of it.
Okay, no problem. I think you did though. Thanks, Megan.
Yep.
Do we have anyone else that has any questions? If not, I would like to put this into an executive session for a few minutes.